Alright, so whenever we're ready.
Hey, you guys do the
Yo, let me screen share as well.
Nah, I screen share.
Nah, I screen share.
Me, or you support T-Series.
What about we both screen share?
But I have
One of
better
you screen
gameplay.
share to show the pages.
Well, I'm cooler. I have
I,
your
I'm I'm
money.
ready. I'm ready.
Guys, I have a question.
What's
What?
your
What is like
question,
that, guys?
Jordan? Okay, okay. Are we ready?
Guys, don't make another one. You know what that
Are we ready? Are we ready? Do we have all the pages pasted?
All the ones.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't find the ones that after the attempt suicide, but otherwise it's good. It's everything. Yeah, everything's there.
Hey, bro.
Okay, you want me to start?
Okay, sure.
Okay, Jordan, are you ready? Jordan, you ready? Hey, Jordan, you ready?
That means I'm ready.
Okay, ready?
Nah, I'm not ready.
Fuck you. Are you ready?
Uh, uh,
Cunt, if you don't say yes, I'm gonna ban
I'm ready.
Okay.
I think. Okay. Year
you.
2032.
What the fuck? My Spotify
Friday.
is having a traffic
Bruh.
section.
Bruh. Okay, ready? The year 2032. Friday.
Crunch.
Well, I haven't written this thing in years. I was getting home from work today and I saw this thing lying under a stack of paperwork. I guess I used to like writing in it when I was a kid. So I figured I'd give it another try. Jesus, there's a lot of catching up to do.
You're
Where's
slow.
to start? Raleig's gone. No, not dead or anything. He just moved away.
Ha,
He's lived in Boston for 7 years now.
he died.
I think
Okay.
I don't even remember anymore. Damn. I haven't spoken to him at all since he left. I still don't really want to talk about it. I work a good job. I guess me and Bryce Anderson work at this office downtown. I mean, it's not like I enjoy it, but it pays the bills. Am I happy? I'm not sure.
No.
Sunday. Roderick still lives in Plainville, like me, but not Manny. He decided he was too good for us and went to New York in his 20s. The rest of the family still hasn't forgiven him. Me and Roderick will still see him if he's in town, but not mom or dad. Speaking of which, they're still living in the same house. Yeah, it's pretty old now, but they seem good there. Roderick's married now. He met this woman about 8 years ago, and they've got a kid. I don't know if I'm jealous or what, but Roderick seems to be the one who knows what he's doing.
These dumbasses spelled Roderick wrong.
Tuesday. Yeah, so Roderick's married. Me? I've never really thought about settling down. It's not like I don't get around. I do, but I've never actually had a serious relationship. Currently, I'm not seeing anyone. I guess I could say that I've been busy with my job or something, but I'd just be making excuses. Work keeps me occupied, but it hasn't really been something I need to bring home. Plus, Bryce and I never really made it past being colleagues, so we don't do anything outside of the office. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Get to the hospital.
now.
Yeah.
It's bad. The cancer has gotten worse.
Gamer.
Shit.
Say, I guess I have to come clean. Dad was diagnosed with lung cancer over a year ago.
F.
He started treatment almost as soon as he found out. A couple months back, the doctors told us that the cancer went into remission and we wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. Then during a checkup, they found another tumor, so I guess the doctors here are just bullshit. Mom hasn't really been taking it well, which I guess is totally fair. For now, their savings are just covered with medical bills, but that won't last forever.
We all are.
Thursday, you're never going to believe who just showed up at the hospital. That piece of shit, Manny. After almost a decade, this is when he decides to see Dad. Damn it, Roderick must have told him. I wish he told me instead of just letting him walk in unannounced. He's in the hospital lobby with me and Roderick right now, and Mom's with Dad. Neither of them know Manny's here yet. Manny wants to go see them now, so I guess we have to let him. Okay,
Jordan.
who's voice acting Dad? Make an old voice.
Can
Me?
I do
Jordan.
it?
Yes, Jordan.
Get the fuck out of here right now.
No, that's not old, but good enough.
It sounds cancerous.
I mean, he
Hey,
had one
okay.
cancer, so good
It
enough.
didn't take Manny long to leave after that. He tried to talk to us on the way out, but Roderick took care of that. Why'd he punch him?
One punch.
I'm home right now trying to think all this through. For the first time in a long while, I'm genuinely scared. Not just for Dad, but for myself. This is never what I thought my life would be like when I was a kid. Why couldn't I have that life? Is there something wrong with me? I need someone I can talk to about it. I don't think Mom and Dad have ever truly understood me, so not them. Roderick maybe, but I'm not gonna lie, him and his perfect life is kinda intimidated me. Sure as hell not Manny. There's only one person I can think of who I want to talk to right now. Dear Rowley. Friday. Alright, before I say what happens next, there's something I've needed to get off my chest for a long time. So here it goes. 7 years earlier, Rowley and I were best friends. We had spent pretty much every day together since middle school. We went to college together and even moved into the same neighborhood afterwards. I was applying for a job in Funbrain Games, a company that made Twisted Wizard. Raleigh had actually managed to get Zooey Mama in the local paper. He got
Zooey
good
Mama.
pay, and from what I remember, he was doing a really good job. I was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life, but it only took one phone call for everything to change forever. 7 years earlier. So Raleigh got a call from his comic syndicate in Boston. They had seen his work and they wanted to offer him a position. The thing was they only had room for one more cartoonist. So if Raleigh wanted the job, he'd have to move to Boston within 2 weeks now. I wasn't in a particularly good mood already because Funbrain Games had just denied my application. So when Raleigh gave me the news that he'd been moving to Boston in 2 weeks, I was devastated. The day before he moved, I told him to meet me on the roof of our old middle school, for old time's sake. I had something I'd been wanting to tell him that I needed to say before he was gone. I love you. No, I'm serious. I don't know if I'm bi or what, but I love you. Okay, who's reading Raleigh's?
Me.
Lucas.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay, he left the next morning. We haven't talked since Thursday. Okay, Lucas.
Wait, hold up. I'll just summarize this part. So technically,
This guy
Greg
in
was
chat
too
just
depressed.
spamming Muda.
Greg drives out to Raleigh's work in Boston.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucas, read it.
Where are we?
Right below that.
I'm not
Lucas,
gay,
are you
Greg.
lost?
I'm not gay.
Oh, I'm not gay, Greg. Sob. Alright. My father is dead. He's gone. I'll never see him again. I'll never be able to talk to him again. I'll never be able to tell him what I thought of him, what I really thought of him. This was the man who made me hide my sexuality for the last 3 decades. He's the reason I'm miserable. I remember when I was 16, I tried to tell him the truth. He didn't take it well. He never talked to me about it again. I guess he figured I'd changed my mind. I should have gotten this off my chest when I had the chance. Should have told him when I could. I don't think I'll go to the funeral. Roderick told me it'll be on Monday. I haven't even been in Plainville. I've been living in my car in Boston for the past 2 days. I guess this means I'll have to write down what I thought of him instead of actually saying it. Just like every other genuine emotion I've ever had. Fuck you, Dad. Wednesday. The funeral was 2 days ago. Hang on. I disconnected from the server. I may want to make sure it doesn't turn off. Okay, Wednesday. The funeral was 2 days ago. I didn't go. I ended up driving back to Plainville yesterday because there's really nothing left for me in Boston. I found a termination letter from the office in my mailbox, which I guess I should have expected when I wasn't at work for a week. I realized I needed to have some sort of closure with Dad, so I decided to visit his grave last night. I guess I wasn't the only one who had the idea, though. When I arrived at the cemetery, I decided the smell of gasoline. It suddenly made sense when I saw Manny standing at Dad's grave with a lit match. I didn't know what I wanted to do there last night, but it sure as hell wasn't that. I feel sick. Thursday. Oh god, I hate this one. I couldn't deal with this by myself anymore. I needed someone to help me. It was only a matter of time before I became Manny, and after what I saw with he is capable of at the graveyard, I couldn't let that happen. I wasn't about to let this hate dominate my life anymore. I was scared of that. Mom and Roderick would think of me after skipping the funeral, and I was pretty raw after what happened with Rowley. So it took a lot of nerve and even more alcohol to do what I did next. I'm not sure what I feel with Bryce, and I did this night isn't something I've ever done with another man. Like I said before, I've never been able to move on from Rowley, but I think I just did. I think I'm happy. It's been so long, I don't even remember what it feels like. Friday. I guess you could say my dad didn't start too well. Oh, no, my day didn't start too well. And Bryce, about my job, is that what this was about? Oh wait, who's gonna read off of Bryce's quote?
I guess I can do it. Is that what?
Lord!
Jesus Christ, Greg, you can't do this to people. Get out.
The worst part is he wasn't even wrong. I've done this my whole life. I've manipulated and lied into getting my way. I guess I am no better than Manny or Dad. I figured I'd cut my losses and go home, but I guess I can't even do that, because all I found when I arrived was a locked door and eviction notice. I should probably explain this a bit better. I never had much money saved to begin with. But when Dad got cancer, I ended up chipping in on his medical bills, and my paycheck just barely covered the rent. As soon as I got fired, there wasn't enough cash left. I'm still not ready to see Mom or Roderick, so I guess I'll take my chances on the streets. Friday. I'm not sure how to say this, but I spent the night at Plainville Homeless Shelter. That's not even the craziest part. Fregley was there. I guess I had let my guard down because I ended up talking to him and even telling him what I've been going through. Okay, who's gonna read off of what Fregley says?
Jordan, you have.
Jordan, yeah, Jordan, you sue Fregley. Read what Fregley says.
I can do Fregley.
No, Jordan's doing Fregley.
Jordan said be right back.
Heck no. Okay, do Fregley then. Lucas, you can do Fregley.
I'm in this guy with you. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Look, Greg, my dad wasn't around a lot. I don't know if you knew that, but when he was pretty bad. He hit my mom. Eventually, sometime during elementary school, Mom told me him to leave. Even though he was a total piece of shit, I still missed him. It wasn't easy without him. Mom barely had enough income to support me. You're probably wondering how I coped in never quite acting normal. He took it as a mental toll, and I don't think I ever recovered. It's not like we could afford therapy, but we know we wouldn't be friends, and I don't blame you for that. I've always had my mom, though. She's the best friend I've ever had. I don't want to tell you what to do now, but I really think that the best thing you can do is see your mom. At the end of the day, family's family.
Damn. Who'd have thought the best advice I've ever been given would be from Fregley? Well, after what Fregley said, I decided it was time to see Mom. I wasn't sure how I felt when I knocked on the door of my childhood home, but the moment the door opened, I broke. Neither of us said a word. For what seemed like a lifetime, we stood there, motionless. Then it all spilled out. All of our pain took the form of a million teardrops streaming down our faces. We talked for ages in the old living room about Dad, Roderick, and even Manny. Bro, what the hell happened to my voice? We agreed it would be... Bruh, shut the fuck up, Lightning! Minecraft! Okay, we agreed it would be the best if we stayed there until I got my shit together. Once I thought Mom went to bed, I remembered something. Something about my old house. Way back in middle school, I hid my Mima's diamond wedding ring here in case I ever needed to pawn it to get myself out of some god-awful situation. Like the true asshole I am, I thought now might be the situation. Alright, who's gonna,
Greg?
Juan, read off of what she says.
Saturday. Greg, what have you done?
Like a broken record, this is all she could say. At first, in a hushed voice, repeating it at increased volumes until family one last time. She fell to her knees and screamed, okay, read it.
Greg, what have you done?
I wasn't sure what to do. I couldn't say anything. I dropped the ring and ran, not sure where to go. After an hour of what I thought was aimless running, I realized where I was, Roderick's front lawn. It took me one look through the window, seeing Roderick with his wife and kid, to realize I can't do this. I thought I could, but I can't. What would I even say to him? What could he even do? All I can do is screw everything up. He doesn't need that in his life. Nobody does. I'm done with all of this. I'll just have to sleep in the alley. Today, first of all, let me get something straight.
You know
This
what,
is no
don't
longer a journal, it's a suicide note.
Oh,
I'm not emotionally equipped to keep living like this. I've ruined every relationship I've ever had. I've gotten nowhere left to go. I'm truly stuck in this world with a bunch of morons who don't love me. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? Love. See? That's the thing. I've got a lot of love to give, but I've never gotten any back. Maybe when I was a kid, but even then, I don't think my parents ever really loved me. It looks like I've lost everything I have to live for. So I guess this is that. Alright, who wants to read the newspaper?
I guess I will. Plainville man takes his life. Community left in shock. By Holly Hills, the Plainville Citizen. Nobody expected such a tragic news on the calm morning of October 2nd, but at approximately 3 p.m., longtime resident Greg Heffley, 37, jumped off a 5-story building to attempt to end his own life. Paramedics rushed him to the nearest hospital, where he was put on life support. He spent the next 4 days in comatose before waking up one final and uttering the name of Rowley in a trance-like state. Afterwards, he fell back into a coma and was pronounced dead within an hour. Greg was actually good friends with world-renowned cartoonist Rowley Jefferson, who made a statement on his death. Lucas, can you read the statement?
It's in the middle of the newspaper.
Greg was
No,
my
I
good
can
friend, probably my best friend, and I cannot describe how horrible this makes me feel. Greg and I had a very complex relationship that I don't either of us properly understand. My biggest regret is not exploring it more.
Jefferson confirmed that today's Zooey Mama would be a tribute to his friend. When Heffley's family was asked on the interview on the subject, his brother commended, "I only wish he could have talked to me about it," while his mother, Susan, was too distraught for words. Knock knock, huh? Thermos, excuse me? Thermos,
Excuse
be
me?
some way to tickle your funny bone.
Say what?
Zooey Mama.
Zooey Mama. In loving memory of Greg Heffley, co-creator of Zooey Mama.
Okay, what's the last page? Last page is some shit like, okay, I'm not
I'll be
dead.
right back.
They pronounced me as dead right when my heart monitor went to 0. Right when it went flat. I'm alive though. I'm fucking Stephen Hawking. I'm in a fucking wheelchair. Life's good. That's pretty much how it ends.
I'm looking for
Was that
page.
recorded?
It isn't.
Epic.